Only 30% of youth sports organizations are currently streaming in a report published by Native Frame and Replayer, but about two-thirds of the organizations that do not currently stream are either actively planning or considering adoption.
We've kind of seen this for the last year and a half, is that the adoption opportunity in streaming is significant. Parents, especially, seem to default to Facebook and YouTube. I think a lot of this is just education. They don't realize there are purpose built platforms that do this better. Game Changer, again, has done the best job of this in baseball. It's kind of the standardized version. It's the Kleenex of streaming baseball games, right? But other sports, nobody has really taken the mantle in terms of being the go-to streamer in that sport that every parent just thinks of the way baseball dads think of Game Changer. So there's a lot of green space here for streaming cameras, streaming companies, the tech platforms. I like what TeamSnap and Xbox Go are doing because distribution is the biggest challenge. So TeamSnap has all these teams. You partner with a camera company. It's a good way to get some instant scale.
Yeah, I agree with you on the piece about Facebook and YouTube. Still shocked that so many people use it because we talked about Game Changer, and this report said it. Why these operators are live streaming is because their main goal is to give grandma and grandpa and parents a place to watch the game and everything. So like when you think of Facebook and you think of YouTube and they had in Twitch, I think they had about 86% in this survey of people streaming through there. You think about that and you're like, well, there's no score bug. Half the time the Wi-Fi is pretty laggy. It's not the 1080p that Game Changer has and whatnot. So I'm wondering if it's like, you talk about adoption, you talk about education. I'm just thinking to myself, like, well, it's easy to use Facebook. It's easy to use YouTube. It's convenient. It's free. I'm wondering if there's like kind of this subscription fatigue or this cost thing where people are just like, hey, listen, I already just spent money on registration fees. I spent money on gear. Let me just fire up Facebook or let me just fire up YouTube. Do you think that has legs?
I think where I noticed the difference between the Replayer Native Frame study and the ones we've done, particularly this latest operator study, we were speaking specifically to operators, right? So people at the team, club, and facility level. YouTube was 7% of the responses, Facebook was 5%, Huddle was 6%, Game Changer was 12%, right? So YouTube and Facebook were still among the 4 streaming platforms that got named, but it was a smaller percentage than what Replayer found, which was something like 75% said they use YouTube, 60% use Facebook, and 31% use Twitch, right? You got to remember their survey was of parents. So I think there is this big delta between parents who aren't in the space and just assume, yeah, I could stream this on YouTube, that's good enough, and youth sports operators who are obviously more likely to be aware of their options. The Huddles, the Baller TVs, Game Changer, obviously. So I think that explains the difference, which tells me, huge adoption opportunity, plenty of green space, especially among parents, but also it's about parent education. And I suspect this is why Game Changer last year rolled out their program where they would outfit recreation fields across America in partnership with Pixelot with free fixed cam installs. And below that would have a QR code. Parents can go up and scan, and then boom, I think you got to pay your $9.99 a month to watch the video.